everybody, and welcome to Disco Elysium. I am excited to play this. Also, many other things have been going on, such as had a hike a couple hours ago. It was like 4. So I look kind of gross. Yep. That's how that is. Second, I lost all my settings, so I hope the audio is fine. Paying our bill, that's what we're doing, by the way. Third, I have really bad headaches right now from stress. Yay. Is this kind of? No. So this is the only thing I could muster the energy to play. So I hope you like watching this, because I like playing it.
Can I help you?
About the money I owe. Yes, have you got it? I have your money. He glares at you suspiciously. Well, here's 100 real. Slams the bills on the counter. I hope you choke on it. Here it is. Sorry for the trouble. Yeah, why not be nice? We were rude. Made a mess. We got XP! Great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance, starting tomorrow. He takes out his keychain and fiddles with the mechanism behind the counter. The electronic lock on your room has been disabled until 21 tomorrow. Pay for each night in advance, starting tomorrow. 20 real per night. Oh boy. He opens his wallets. I'll take a room here too. His wallets. Kim opens multiple wallets. I guess that wouldn't be a bad idea. Like, if anybody tried to mug him, just, like, whip out a false wallet. Of course. He takes the money and hands him a keyring. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you? Goodbye. Okay. I don't know why you had a little orange doubly dot, but thanks. Maybe because I am re-entering this? When did we get these? Yeah, I don't want those though. Can I sell my clothes to that guy yet? Oh shit. Okay. Massive amounts of mic fiddling later, and I'm done. Didn't accomplish what I wanted to, but I'm good. I don't have to do it if I can find a place to stay. Alright, cool. Alright, let's go. Let's figure out what this sleeping is all about. I'm cold. Our room is over here. This is the door to the room you redecorated. Good night, Lieutenant.
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
Alright, let's go. Sure. I didn't see that lady standing there until just now. How are you guys? What are you up to? You know what I'm up to. The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum, then...
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically.
I didn't know you smoked, Kim. I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual. Oh man, he looks... Do you hear my tummy? He looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette. No. Right then, the debrief. Yes, he pulls on the cigarette. It's been a long and eventful day. How do you think today went? Well, you were so hungover that you couldn't keep it down when we approached the hangman, so we didn't even inspect the body. But we performed a thorough search of the premises of the crime scene. That's great. I prefer to start searching the scene than move on to dealing with the dead bodies. I'm sorry I couldn't do more today. I'm just not a very good copyman. Say nothing, just look at the city. As for the interviews, we conducted an interview with Everett Clare. He wasn't particularly forthcoming with useful information, however. He's not saying much on the matter because he thinks you could have gotten more out of Everett. Oh. He's a tough cookie, that one. Well, he frowns. We will have to work through that. Claire also helped you. How should I say? Remember your name? That's a relief. Big relief. It was a very serviceable name, too. I don't know how I feel about my name, actually. Okay. Big relief. It was a very serviceable name, too. Moving on. We talked to Joyce Messier, but I didn't get any information from her, he frowns. Sorry, my eyes are crazy tired. I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is. We have to get her to talk with us. If Kim is emphasizing something this much, it must really be important. Above all, though, today was exhausting. With what's all the running, you run a lot. It's a standard Precinct 41 practice. Oh, is that a standard precinct? Janrock shuffle. I don't like to waste time, you know. My mind moves fast. The rest has to try to keep up. I'm training for a long-distance run. Just how we roll. I don't like to waste time. He nods thoughtfully, tapping his finger on his cigarette. It's impressive, especially for a man your age, in those heels. He looks at the snakeskin shoes and smiles suddenly. Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange. So, what are our powers exactly, the RCM? They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Revisual Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines up to 1,000 real for offenses in accordance with the interdepartmental schedule. Wouldn't that be an easy power to abuse? Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. He frowns. It undermines trust in the RCM. 1,000, why not more? The RCM's primary role is to ensure safety. We're not really supposed to play any part in the economic structure of Revachol. Okay, what else? We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station call slip. It prevents confusion and overcrowding. Wait, how can we be sure the arrestee will show up? We can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up. I see. And if someone resists? We are permitted to use whatever force we deem necessary, even lethal. Okay, have you ever killed anyone, Kim? Yes, he pauses. The last time was 4 years ago. He has internalized it well. It's just that, a fact, self-contained, past event. Have I killed anyone? That's an improbability, perhaps even impossibility. I don't know if I really want to know. Precinct 41 is known for a higher than average rate of police violence. What happens to the people we convict? We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Quarren and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them. He taps on his coat pocket where he keeps his notes. And who makes all these rules? The coalition government and the moral lantern more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order, no more, no less. His gaze is absently fixed on a window below that just... wait. Oh, that just went dark. Okay. I mixed up the break in the sentence. Or, perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM. Let's say it's the citizens of Riva Shoal. Be sentimental if you like. Either way, the Moral Intern leases us the right to keep the peace in the city, and they will take it away if we misuse it. Or if they think you do. The Moral Intern, what is it? The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. He pulls on his cigarette. You know who they are? They run this place after the revolution failed. If I didn't know, how would you describe them? I really don't know. If I didn't know, how would you describe them? They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the real belt. Our coalition government, there's an eyelash poking me in my eye. It's amazing. If it's just... Wait. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most international governmental organizations in the world. What do they believe in? What do they believe in? They're DeLoreans. They believe they continue the humanist projects set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they're just technocrats. Those others say they continue the humanist project set forth by Dolores Day. What? I'm confused. What is their symbol? Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline. I think you can gauge what they want you to think of them from that. Something kind and usual. Something almost self-explanatory. Something like the dark blue cirrus color of the early night sky above. Wow. Who was Dolores Day? A historical figure? The author of the modern age? Author, not author. He thinks. You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me. What do you think of them? The Moral Intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts until they change. And he looked at the city below. It doesn't look like it's about to happen. I have an opinion on the Moral Intern. Do you? The lieutenant arches his brow, then pulls on a cigarette. It's a slim white thing in his fingers. Things are bad out there, point to the city. We need them here, giving us the right to police Riva Shoal. They've done an awful job here. Have you seen this place? It isn't humanism. We are the stooges of the world's biggest bourgeoisie. Organization. Well, I'm gonna just skip that one. Mutter silently. Men are turning into women? Okay, you're not on the options menu. Okay. On second thought, I don't have an opinion. Forget about it. Okay. We need them giving us the right to police Riva Shoal. In fact, we would need them even if you didn't think that way. We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we can't claim to enforce come from the MI. Without them, we are simply vigilantes. Maybe we should make our own law. Spoken like a revolutionary, not a cop. But the hypothetical aside, in Martinez, we already are vigilantes. At least the Union thinks so. I expect our job here to prove quite challenging. He looks at the roundabout. Say nothing, just look into the night. The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. Okay, reflecting. Okay, I see. Words make sense. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag. An aerostatic passes overhead, the whiskers of its floodlights on the ground below. Kitsunagi's glasses light up as he looks to the sky, 2 glowing circles. Finally, he pulls on the cigarette and says, "They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different inland, in Jamrak and the GRIH. Why are they like this? It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, the jurisdictions of our two precincts. And in Jamrock and the GRIH, he looks at the dark silhouette of the equestrian monument cutting into the night sky and says, "We run this city. West of the river is RCM land. It's incredibly hard. Human beings are..." He shakes his head. "But we're in control, and it's worth it. The organization works. Our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate." This is a really serious conversation. I started playing this game to have fun because I don't feel so great. But we'll have some serious conversation. Fun. That's what I call fun. Yay. I hope your investigation will help improve the situation here, or at least do some good. Me too, he says quietly, but I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes. He's very tired, but the dark circles under his eyes make him look younger, not older. Thank you for this, and we leave. Cool. Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go. He puts out the stub of his cigarette and looks to the door. What? What? Oh, we're so close. 10 more. Yep, I know. Sleeping, heals, great. I don't need help right now, but maybe later. Oh, she's downstairs. We did try to talk to her. I thought she was upstairs, like it continued wrapping around, but I guess not. See you in the morning. Good night.
Yes.
Bye. Oh. That's funny. Nothing. Have a conversation with him. Can I close this now? Yay! Not what I wanted. I was trying to click on the tape player. Source of the expression. Let's try this. Oh, cool. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face adorned with the expression. It belongs in the third decade of the current century. Enough time has passed from the failure of revolution that for a fleeting moment, free market economy seemed like the ultimate uncontested way of life for our species. Okay. Things were good. It was smooth sailing. People made gold and champagne-tinted interiors and facades to suit the times, calling this the new style. But more importantly, disco happened. Forget about ostentatious orchestrations. For Revachol, your city, that meant only one thing. Fuck it. Read it on the screen if you want to know. For once, I am not drinking water. I'm drinking tea. Sorry, I just wanted to see who went live. I've been really obsessed with Twitch lately. If it doesn't rhyme, you're not pronouncing it right. Okay, well, I didn't even attempt to pronounce it, so thanks for that, though. Out of the dazzling swirl of disco music in an open-air boîte de nuit? Nuit? Words that are not in English are hard. Who would have guessed? Somewhere in Revachol West. Oh. Blonde mane appeared on the screen. So this is a person? He's saying some bullshit. Then he made the expression. I don't want to read this, but I know later me will have wanted to read it. So I adopted it. Why? Everyone loved it. Maybe you thought some of the stardust would rub off on you. Maybe it did. Either way, it's all gone now. Only the grimace remains. I feel like I need to add a clicking sound when I make it. Click, click. Oh. How long ago was the new? Anything else? Like, who am I? Why did I become a cop? Why did I drink myself into oblivion? You have some understanding of the near history of disco, plus the trivia you've picked up along the way. Episodic memory, however, remains in the dark. It may never return. You should prepare yourself for that. I guess that's that. I got a thought, though. It doesn't have to be. You can swoon over... I'm sorry, dude. Your name is, if you had, like, been like, hey, my name is blank. Maybe I could get it. And his champagne cork smile whenever you want to. Maybe some of the stardust would return. I feel bad for not getting it. This is very low, but we'll give it a shot anyway. Yep, okay. Use your chain cutters to fix faucets. Stop steam from fogging up the mirror. That sounds good. Cool! The faucet is quite terribly mangled, but you just might be able to twist its parts into place. You handle the chain cutters deftly, applying just enough pressure. The faucet regains a recognizable shape, and the steam stops. Told you that you needed those chain cutters. Everything is connected. Everything has a purpose. The mirror begins to clear slowly, without having you to wipe it. Maybe I'll try that again. In the future. When there's not such a impossible chance. What? What? Why are you telling me this? I got a thought? Oh, these are timed. Map. Oh, it's the map. Broken window. Oh, I could try to fix the broken window again, I think. Joyce. Talk to Joyce again. Okay. How do we put it in here? Oh, we have to unlock it. Huh. -1 logic. What are these for now? +1 moralist. Oh, no, I get 1 morale for moralist dialogue options. -encyclopedia. Oh yeah, no, I want to definitely keep that one. And this one. Alright. We'll look into that thought again later, maybe. Oh, that's the door between these two. Oh, that's why I can't get in. That's the door to Kim's room. Where's the... There it is. I just have to assess the damage. The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. Assess. The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside. Did I break it with my own hands? Look at them. A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent. What did this then? More likely a projectile than a hulled object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact. Wait, what am I doing? Something you've done before. Assess the size of the impact. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece... It was the shoe, wasn't it? It was just the shoe. Too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. The shoe you found out on the balcony fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy enough if thrown with force. Congratulations, you smashed the window with your own shoe. Maybe I was trying to hit someone? And maybe, just maybe, you succeeded. We'll never know. Maybe one day. Thanks, autosave. Oh, I have 2 skill points? Or is that in this? I'm very confused. Well, I have to level up 1. Right, I have to level this up again. So that I can attempt to look at the body again tomorrow. Yep. but I will save beforehand. The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful. Growlin'. If only there was a make the bed option. The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes. Okay. Sorry you have a crappy bed. But it definitely would help if you made it. And then, sleep doesn't come. But I want to sleep. Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed, but it's not happening. Why? Maybe it's the bed's fault. Check the pillow. Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly. I burped. The smell of alcohol and sweat and grease. Check the blanket. It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here, intimate and warm, breathing. A bit tense in the muscles. Relax. Roll over to the other side. It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it? Who killed him? Who? Something to do with... What was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again, your thoughts lost between the slowing brainwaves. No more thoughts. Fall asleep now. Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch and in your sleep and images start forming. I'm cold, but I'm too lazy to get the blanket out from under my booty and cover up with it. Oh, is this some sort of like dream? I'm gonna save. Save game. Okay. Oh. Oh.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
What is this?
What it says on the can, Harry. Answer the question.
I remember
Do
nothing.
you remember your wife's hand on your face?
Tell me what this is. I'm not answering before you tell me who you are.
You know who I am. I'm the bad day. The one where you ask her, and then later in the streets wandering. It's the worst day of all time, Harry dear. And it's coming. She will hear about it on the phone. Reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This'll be the last thing you did to her. Tell me, do you remember the love of your life?
Huh. You said... who?
Do you remember the warmth of her thighs, between her legs and in her mouth?
That's weird. I was left?
That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle, and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
I can get it all back.
No, it's gone. 3 times gone, and never coming back. You failed. You failed me. You failed Elysium.
What is Elysium?
Everything. The Pale and the Isolas on the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people, and you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
I've seen you
No,
before.
you haven't. You're just sleep talking. And the act is wearing thin, too. The spots on the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time. Sweating up the bed. Stinky boy.
I can come back from
You're
this.
not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours, bumping into things and acting like a clown? Who are you kidding?
I'm trying to solve this case.
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
Something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad. This dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
God, there's another type?
Oh yes, party boy. And it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry. Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Okay. Map tab. Map tab, map tab. Is he just gonna wait there? Yeah, I guess so. Good morning, buddy. Oh my god, what the hell is that? I just had the most beautiful dream. Uplifting, rejuvenating. What the hell is that? Oh, just a dream. You have ones like that all the time. You'll feel even worse this morning than you did last night. What the hell is going on with me? You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think. Why is this happening? It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more. So we were on speed. You're too weak to say no now. Waking up is the worst part. Maybe somewhere down the line you could decline. Wait, what is speed? Speed is a potent central nervous system stimulant. It kept you propped up all day yesterday, despite your debilitating hangover. How else did you think you even got up from this floor? It's power, man. It's professionalism. It makes you feel like you're young again and ready to detect. Ready to go on a war against the world. No, I can take this. I'm not going to go looking for speed. Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically a week. Let's be honest, 2 weeks. Maybe 3? You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired. That's a lie. I can do this without the speed. Half the town won't be dead. Opt out. So yourself, slow, sad, wait. Yes, slow, sad shell man. I don't know why I got confused. You see how you do without your spark. Alright. It's probably fine. Oh wait, no, oh never mind. I thought there was a green on this door. Should I wake him up? It's white, so I'll go knock on this door though. Nah, I don't want to try the handle. No, I'm going to try the handle. The door can only be opened with a key from the inside. Right, leave. I tried the handle. Now it can stop bothering me. Can't put more points. Drugs raise for learning caps. Fuck. Can't get the words out. Oh look, they're in the mess hall. Oh, hello, Kim. Where are you? Oh, there he is. How did it take me this long to notice? Look at it, is... How did it take me that long to notice? Anyway, moving on. Hey, Kim. Good morning. Productive?
Morning.
He gives you a quick nod. Looks like we can get to work at once. The union muscle turned up. He points to the mess hall doors. They look rowdy. We should talk to them. Are these the men Gart told us about yesterday? I completely forgot. He looks at his notes. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them, by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said. Continue. He crosses something out. One loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it. Let's roll. One more thing before we do. He glances at the booth again. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them and continue our business. Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms. But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder? There's no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me. Well, why wouldn't we just go talk to them, right? I'm sorry I lost your gorilla pen.
Just a moment.
The old woman turns back to the cafeteria manager. She's agitated, judging from the way she keeps pulling at the frayed edges of her
And
blanket.
there's no public phones nearby.
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, Mum.
The cafeteria manager appears genuinely apologetic.
It's fine. I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
Aw, she's a nice lady. Everything all right?
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working. The union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
She sighs. What's wrong with the phone
The
line?
manager was vague about it.
She frowns. Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into later. Ask Art, maybe. Why did you need to use the phone
To
anyway?
let the young woman who is house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and Gary were supposed to be back on Monday night, but they're still missing and I haven't heard from them.
Uh-oh.
I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
A little missing persons puzzle might be just the thing to take your mind off the hangover. Okay, I'll bite. Has your husband gone missing before?
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully. But you have more important things to worry about.
She glances out the window toward the bay. What is this expedition your husband was on? Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the water lock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday, she sighs. What could be keeping them? The water lock. That was broken. Could this be it? Who is this Gary person? Do you trust him? She smiles. Oh, sweetie, it's nothing like that. Gary is as loyal as they come. I'd trust him with my husband's life any day. The water lock on the other side of the coast is broken. They are probably just stuck over there. Oh my, what happened to the water lock? I wouldn't know. It's blocked by a big butter billboard. It fell right into the water. Oh, sweetie, if it weren't for you, I'd be looking forward to another sleepless night. Thank you, from the bottom of my heart. You're welcome, ma'am. She turns back to you. I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband. Yes, some left-field scientific research is exactly what you need right now. Funk up that vanilla murder investigation. And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him. Lena? Here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know The water lock's been repaired, and it's cold out there. If I see him, I'll let him know you're here, when or if I get there. Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie. Alright, tell me what he looks like. Oh wait, but I'll probably meet him by his name, huh? What is this rare insect your husband's looking for? Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating, she catsses herself. But I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae? The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance. No, I want to hear about the insect. Well, she hesitates. It's a phosmid? Technically, but... Ah, yes. Phosmatodea? A diverse group of insects whose bodies resemble twigs, leaves, and that sort of thing. Ghost insects, colloquially. I have to stop looking at the word to be able to say it. So like walking sticks. There are other phosmids Where other phosmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. It disguises itself among the reeds here on the Insulidian coast. That's cool. She looks you in the eye and nods thoughtfully. Hence its name, the Insulidian phosmid. Perhaps you'll end up co-discovering the phosmid with us, officers. To be honest, this animal sounds like a cryptid. You wouldn't happen to be searching for some kind of gnome of Jeroma, would you? It's simply elusive, so much so that most establishment zoologists doubt it exists at all. Establishment. His suspicion is confirmed. I thought so. What makes you think the phosmid is around here? Well, some teenagers making out in the reeds saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in the local newspaper about their encounter with a ghost insect that looks like the reeds. Gary sent us the clippings. So a newspaper clipping is all the evidence you have? Of course, most phosmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matches the Insulidian phosmid perfectly, and they didn't even know what they were looking at. Enthusiasm has wiped the worry from her face. Her eyes sparkle behind her glasses. You seem really excited about this cryptid. I suppose I have something of a personal connection to the Insulidian phosmid. All scientists have their little hobby horses. So is it dangerous? She chuckles to herself. Not at all. Why else would it hide itself so carefully? Does it have cool powers? Yes, it can blend in almost perfectly among the reeds. Her face lights up at the thought of it. It's how it stayed hidden all these years. Centuries, even. Okay, what's so special about the stick bug, then? Oh, dear, I'm afraid I'm not explaining this very well. It is very special. The woman's face flushes with embarrassment. Wait, what? Okay, I did read the option correctly. Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it. You'd understand, I'm sure. That's all for now. Cargo container door. Huh. Why do I get another chance at that? That's odd. Can I have that knife? The tomatoes are so thinly sliced you can see through them. Anything else this guy has to say? Nope. Thank you. Can I talk to this guy now? No, it doesn't seem like it. Oh, I can't go through there. Oh, that drunk guy's gone. It's all about the money, you know. Sure. Alright. Titus, you were told to keep a low profile. Oops, sorry. Some tits you just have to see to believe. What? I didn't get to see what they first or what they started that, or how they started that conversation. The woman says to the crowd in the mess hall before turning to you.
Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten. I advise you not to overstay your welcome.
So aggressive. Your entire character has shifted. This young woman is cold as ice. You're the gardener.
No, I'm not a gardener. I'm a legal counselor for the Dockworkers Union.
She crosses her arms.
So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy. You think he has information that will help you. Maybe he does.
She points to the man on her right.
That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong-arming, nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
Okay. Continue.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her. Could this be the Miss Beaufort? It is Beaufort, right? That Easy Leo mentioned? The one Mr. Everett sent to law school? What is your role in all this? Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. She crosses her arms. Do you have hearing problems? What are you going to do to me? What? Why are you so aggressive? Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers. Just dock workers. Do dock workers spy on the police? We let you off easy, miss. Don't think it will happen again. We've talked to Everett, Claire. We know who these men are. The Union's militant wing. Listen, you moral lantern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing an unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards. Fuck yeah. The tall, broad-shouldered man takes a sip of his beer. So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders. Privatization is not unlawful. I don't know where you heard that, but it's wrong. The RCM is principled and strong, unlike you socialists. I like that. Good start. Let's take it a step further. Armed uprising. What are the union's plans? Let's just ask about the questions. I should talk to Titus. I just want to talk to Titus, but also this. It's a bowl. They're spitting it, reeking of tobacco. Gross. Run over to it, you dingus. Photos of men in overalls, toting guns and Union placards. Alright, let's talk to Titus.
This is where you say your bits.
A broad-shouldered man points at you with a beer can.
Detective?
The lieutenant acknowledges you with a sharp note. He's leaving it to you. Don't say anything yet.
Hey, dipshit. You hard of hearing or something? The boss man's talking to you.
Do not let their squeals disturb your serenity. These are but simple peasants, sire. The chatter is too inane to reach your ears. Raise your chin and gaze in the distance like a prince. We need to talk about the hangman out back.
Oh, this is about him? A real looker, that one.
You're
Gross.
sure taking your time, waiting for him to get all ripe and pretty for you, huh?
Gross.
Oh, he's a real pretty boy by now. Real hot stuff. Letting out that pretty boy smell.
Sure.
Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Easy, boys. These janitors have a hell of a job cut out for them. I mean, I wouldn't go in there for $1 million.
He slaps his forehead.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw in the yard. Chances are they're going to match. Scan the room. Starting from the right, boot size 44, blonde man in his 30s, overbearingly masculine. Sitting on his right, standard working boots, size 45 or 46. Eldest in the room, probably mid-50s. Smoker, quiet. Across the other table, hobnailed working boots, size 43. Gang tattoos, Mesk or Sarmirizian? In his late 30s, early 40s. He spent his youth in Villalobos, a housing project in the Jamrock Quarter. There were incarcerations. Hard to say what else. The ink is fading. And then, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 46. The big dick. Right at the shoulders and lean at the hips. Rugby cap, fingerless gloves, and numerous scars. A little under 40. The emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. A little patch. Below it reads T. Hardy, Captain. In the far corner, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 44. 40-something, non-alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint. Is that a pelicrum? Did I say that right? Where? On his neck. Forget it, it's not important. Let's call this one the musician. And the little guy. With a light step. Not a child after all. An older man with a rat face. Mean, watery eyes and 2 front teeth missing. Fat Angus, huh? In the middle, heaving and wheezing, big guy, boot size 46, deep marks. Probably carried the victim over. He alone is 130 kilos. Add the man in the armor and you could easily exceed 220. Continue. In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there is a discrepancy. One of them is missing, the odd soul. Exactly. You stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Hit them with questions. Where's the 8th Hardy? Fuck is with you, fella? Titus is staring at you with his head tilted. The hangaround in the backyard. Did you do it? The pretty boy? He takes a sip from his can. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy. Funny, the lieutenant says without a smile. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you. We have spoken to the head of the union. Everett? Yes, him. And what did he tell you? His eyes narrow. That we killed him? That we took a cargo boat from the harbor, went out back, and used it to hang him? Continue. He looks you dead in the eye. Because we did. All of us together. I hope he told the story straight. I hope he told it well. There's a catch hidden somewhere. He didn't confess so that you could just take them all away. It's too simple. Squint your eyes, but there's a catch. There's no catch. These 7 honest men have all equally come forth to tell you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time. Continue. All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic. You murdered him just like that. No remorse? How many people have you sent to the chase? Chase? Ever felt remorse for them? Chase electric is a method of capital punishment usual under the coalition. During the suzerain's reign, it used to be a firing squad. Or sent them to reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life? He says it if it were worse than dying. The reunion, what's that? The River Esperance Correctional Facility. Okay. A military prison run by the coalition, dubbed Reunion by the inmates. The origin of the name is unknown. What we do is different. We enforce the law. You just kill people like it's nothing. Yeah, you just kill people. But you see, a lawman, he says, squeezing his beer can, is something people agree upon. And here in Martinez, we agree that this man had to die. Who called the shots that night? Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy Boy without arresting all Hardy Boys. A shadow of a smirk passes her lips as she tilts her head. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all? A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation. I don't have to. One of them was more complicit than the others. No, but seriously, wait. Yeah, no, but seriously, who calls the shots around here? Point at Titus, you do. Give the commands. Point Elizabeth thought she did. Wait. I didn't even read what he said. Who do you think fucking does? He sounds more amused than angry. Fat Angus. Bow to the beard man. Gangs are usually run by the oldest, most vulnerable member. Everett Clare, probably. Right? You answered him, right? You keeping the fuck out of this, he leans towards you. We have autonomy. It's all on us. Everett runs the union. I run the Hardy Boys. When the shit starts spinning, it will not land on Mr. Clare. That's what the deal is here. The Fixer will ignore the notion completely, focusing on Titus's culpability. When Titus Hardy says he runs the Hardy Boys, the woman adds, he means that in an administrative capacity. On that night, everyone acted as one man. When did this hanging incident occur? You don't have to keep answering his questions. The Fixer turns to remind Titus. I know, Lizzie, relax. He takes a sip. Okay, sorry, where was I? I know, Lizzie, relax. He takes a sip. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week. How long had you known the victim? Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole. Rude? Yeah, who do you think we are? Quiet. Titus gives Glenn a stern look. He came around about 3 weeks ago, when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy? Is that... what's her face? The older lady at the docks? Is that who he's talking about? By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce. That's Joyce. Joyce is what her name is. Messier, the representative for Wild Pines. The lieutenant pretends to check his notes. The same company you're striking against. No, he stresses. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. You know what? He rubs his chin, pretending to mull it over. Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I left my mic up pretty high. I don't know. I hope the audio is good. I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough. That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. She turns to you. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions. Why did you kill him? Why? He hisses through his teeth. Because he was a worthless mercenary. Scum. And he stepped out of line in my town. So he was a mercenary. That's it? And he stepped out of line, he repeats, jaw clamped shut like a vice. What kind of mercenary? The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Leishman and Semenine written all over him. I know it told me how to pronounce this. Orangis? Special Forces? All I can think of is orange. And it makes me want fruit. A live grenade. The man spreads his arms. Right here, in our bar. I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara. Hold on, how do you know he was in the Special Forces? 'Cause one night he walked straight up to the mic and said, I am Orang's goddamn Special Forces and I'm gonna fuck you all. That's interesting. Really? Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some Orang's paratrooper song and said he's gonna fuck everyone. We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did. Right there, he points at the stage, like some kind of animal. Sire, the tale's true. This is a serious violation of the karaoke code. Right, but what did he actually do wrong? Wrong, he roars. He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some of us as a warning. He wiped spittle from his mouth. From rape to harassment to threats of violence. Why the strange de-escalation? To kill us all if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. He cracks his knuckles, and that was before he started coming here. Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint. Now, started coming here every night, drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage. He grabbed someone? The lieutenant is trying to make sense of this flood of information. Yeah, this girl's on the mic, a beautiful young girl. Wait, oh okay. I read it out of order somehow. I threw beautiful young girl. Okay, whatever. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake, and the fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. Show me your cunt. Why don't you show me? Oh, jeez. When he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle, doesn't even fall down. He shakes his head in disbelief. Was this the same girl who was sexually assaulted? Raped? Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen. Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening? He repeats like a parrot. There's something odd here. Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not? This is a serious allegation. Make them talk about it. Right, who did he rape then? This is a very serious allegation. No. There's a moment of silence. You're not getting a name. That's a Martinez matter, and I'm not discussing it with you clowns. There's nothing you could do for now. He's stonewalling you. How did you kill him? We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, Capper? Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot? This is where an autopsy would come in handy. You have to work with what you know. We need more. Did you muffle him? We haven't heard any reports of screams. Titus, you don't have to clarify anything. We overpowered him, dragged his unconscious body to the tree, put a noose around his neck, and hanged him till he was dead and steady. Then we left him for seagulls. Maggots. The still man points at you. And you fucks. Make them a bit more uncomfortable first. Then see if it all adds up. Can I save? I can't. Okay. Wasn't... I feel like this mic is right in my face. Also, it's covered in cat hair. Yay! Wasn't he a trained killer from Warren G's Special Forces? If yes, then how did you manage to overpower him? With numbers, asshole. How do you think? He looks at the woman. You're right, Lizzie. I've done enough explaining here. No, he hasn't. Not yet. Where did this overpowering happen? Weren't you fucking listening? The fucker came to our bar. He looks around. It happened right here. Shanky. Fuck! Actually, they're admirably, surprisingly composed. The entire room, given how many questions you've lobbed their way. All of them? Maybe one of them is fidgeting, cracking under the pressure. Well, this one, but he's always fidgeting, so don't get your hopes up. Right, I have other questions about the lynching. No, I don't want to threaten Titus. I don't think that's going to end well. So what are we going to do now? Nothing, her reply comes sharp. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez. Go back to your stations where you belong. I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here. Titus, the lieutenant closes his notebook. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder, even if it's a group responsibility. We're going to look into this. Good luck with that. He grabs another beer. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is going to hear from us. Real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I found 8 sets of footprints, but there's only 7 of you. Where's the 8th Hardy Boy? What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy Boy. There's 7 of us, and we're all here, he sizes you up. Or what, you want to be the 8th Hardy Boy? We ain't hiring, he shakes his head. Actually, boss, we've been talking, and think she could maybe. So there's an 8th Hardy, and it's a Hardy girl. Who might it be? Elizabeth, the gardener? Shut the fuck up, Glenn, he roars. I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop? It has to be good if he won't let you pursue it. Looks like the lieutenant thinks so too. So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy Boy, and it's a she, and you don't like us talking about her? That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit. And he points at Kim. You're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you. Good. We're all watching each other. The lieutenant adjusts his spectacles. His spectacles. Officer, your question? Yeah, that's not happening. Okay, I'm gonna take off now. Oh, jeez. Find morale. Prove my authority to Titus. Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna happen. Alright, let's... Wait. Don't do that. I want to talk to him about the phone.
Can I help you?
I saw another thing other whirling. Another thing. Great. I love those. I saw a sign that said I couldn't go into the kitchen. Why can't I go in the kitchen? I didn't see any such sign, but we'll ask about it. What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business. Maybe I am a cook. You're not. You're a menace. He holds himself... Wait, he gets a hold of himself. Fine. Okay. The kitchen is closed until 13 because the real cook is working. You can snoop around after that if you must. So the phone line is dead. Yes, and the phone company is taking its sweet time sending someone to fix it. He shakes his head and adds, losers. Is it true that there was foul play? He wrinkles his nose. Who told you that? I'd never disclose my sources. That'd be dishonorable. Well, I'm not gonna point the old lady out. Doesn't matter. I just want to know who you suspect. Fine. Yeah. It looked like someone had messed with the wiring. It was shortly after the hanging, but I don't know if it's all related. Plenty of assholes around here who aren't murderers. If you do find out who cut the line, though, let me know so I could forward them the repair bill. What's that? Where's the radio at? Because it obviously gets louder at different portions of the room. Alright. Now we're gonna save. And we're gonna attempt to autopsy this body again. Ooh, also there's a secret in the bookstore apparently. So we're gonna do that too. Save game. New save. New save. Nope. Okay. Yeah, okay. Fine. Okay. I figured it out. Alright. Let's let go of our nose without throwing up. We have a 97% fucking chance of getting this. Fuck. As you breathe in the odor comes over you. It's a spell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to whirling itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your nose squinting, you stand in it. Do they always do that? Do what? They do after 7 days, yes. We're deep in decomposition here. Step closer. The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins and botched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength. Inspect the boots. The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. That's weird. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots. They are armor, possibly part of a larger set. Oh, right. These aren't just boots, are they? They're armor. Indeed. With his notebook, I think we should find the rest of the armor. With his notebook under his arm, the lieutenant crouches to inspect the soles. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots. What kind of armor is this exactly? Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Where? Under the heel. Fairweather. He turns the boot slightly. Fairweather model T50 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff. What happened to the rest of it? The locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more on after 7 days. Aha! Where's the rest of the armor? Just what I wanted. We should keep a lookout for these pieces. The armor could be yielding information. He nods towards Kuno, who's eyeing you suspiciously. This is one thing he might actually know. Understood. The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form, ageless and synthetic. The material looks out of place here. It is expensive. The lieutenant draws a line in the condensation on the ceramic with his index finger. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics. How much are we talking about? For a full set, about 4 years of wages. For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 55,000 real, unadjusted for rank. That's a lot. As a wage, it's regrettably small, but for a piece of hardware, yes, that's a lot. How could this man afford such expensive hardware? Looks like he works for a private contractor, like Everett told us, wealthy with state ties. This is way above what we have. Knock on the boot. A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup. Sounds fragile. It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. He points to the boots. See? Faint, organic lines covers the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them together. Interesting. Like rolls of floorboards. The design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood material like lignum vitae and ebony, perhaps. What's this remind me of? If trees were made out of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like. Run your fingers over the lines. The smooth, glossy surface fractures into even more intricate interconnections, peeking on the right sabaton, where you notice the whorls are in the shape of a letter and number combination. E501001001000. Point to it. Looks like there's a serial number on the right sabaton. Good. Can you read it to me? He tips the drying ballpoint of his pen on the tongue. Oh, tips. Already read the number out loud. We have a make-in number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can trace it for us. Pull the bolt off. The stench fills your nostrils as you push downward. An ominous creaking sound comes from above. Stop. The lieutenant's voice is sharp. He looks at you with the boot under your arm. Pig's gonna pull his head off. Gross. Brutal. Let go of the boot. What's wrong with you, asshole? Why is he letting go, Kuno? I don't know, baby. Kuno shrugs. I don't know why he's such a... Officer, if I may ask, what were you trying to achieve by pulling on the deceased's foot? Back off, look at the corpse. The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos and extremities blotched pink and blue. Oh, yeah, inspect the belt. The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse. Oh, frick. This episode is getting long. Whatever, it's fine. The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck above. Sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. Did I read all that? I wasn't sure, so I reread it. This is a steel-enforced cargo lashing belt, big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6 rotor airships. Don't ask me how I know, but this is the lashing belt used for airlifting cargo. Airlifting? I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them. Apparently this is the reinforced kind for air transport. Brain tells me so. He nods. The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they used whatever was on hand without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves. I sure want to stay up there. The rope is reinforced with steel wiring. Yeah, I'll pick that one. It's reinforced! I was afraid it would be. He rises to inspect the noose. The thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed. Inspect tattoos. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks. Whatever. Riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. Microelectronic? National? Is this a map of the night sky? A map of the stars? He turns around to breathe before inspecting it closer. I do see some similarity to the astronomical charts. Great Century Mezzanine, maybe. But this seems more particular. Customized somehow. As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you. For some reason I had a fear that I wasn't recording. The thought dissipates and you feel as though you were only half right. I'm missing something here. So am I. A sudden ringing fills the air as the lieutenant pulls down the zipper of his orange jacket. He wears a wide leather belt around his waist and a gun holstered under his arm. He takes a thin piece of milled aluminum from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears, some sort of camera. What's that? A Tri-Get Sunshine Mini. Tri-Get is one of the world's leading manufacturers of intercommunication devices, primarily projectors. The camera before you looks familiar somehow. Shit, Kono, what the fuck is that? It's an instant color camera. He produces 2 metal-capped ampules and clicks them into place on the side of the apparatus. A thin slot shines there. I have only 2 ampules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one. He points the camera at the corpse, peering into it. The lens needs adjusting, then. That's really heckin' bright. A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper rolling out. On it, a color-perfect copy of the dead man's tattooed chest, in case we need it. Interesting. The lieutenant says, and shakes the paper, letting it dry in the cold wind. Cool machine. Yes. He slides the camera closed and tucks it away on his belt. It is pretty cool, isn't it? There's only 1 ampule left. Use it wisely. What do we need this photo for? It contains insight to the victim's person. This was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter to us. Got tired. Now if we can find someone to decipher it. Can I have it? I should look at it later without the corpse smell. Sure, just don't lose it. He hands you the piece of rolled up photo paper. It's no longer larger than a pack of cigarettes. The glassy-eyed corpse looks by his mouth mute. Wait, what? Glassy-eyed corpse looks by his mouth mute, and his skin is colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms. Why would I want to look him in the eye? Let's do it anyway. His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There's no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explore from the organic processes inside. Oh, explode. Don't know where I thought it said explore. That's weird. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess. Alright. Tell me, who are you, dead man? Yeah. The corpse is dead silent. You have no idea why you just said that. Who is he? He is male, 40 to 50, with an athletic build. The corpse looks right through you as you distance yourself from its stench like a shark. Squint and take a step back. As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration? Observe. Only the lower extremities are pink, with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air. His face and hands are pink, thighs too. I see it. He adjusts his glasses. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here. Relax eyes. The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot. Ew. So what do you think? I think he was upright after his death. His hands, feet, and neck are discolored. Agreed. He points to the belt, especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports the hanging. You would still like the hypostasis marks on the neck to be a bit more pronounced. Moved after death. For some reason, my brain would like the pink to be more pronounced, especially in the neck. Maybe it looks faint to you? He leans closer, covering his nose. It could be more pronounced, actually. Dumont note. What? Could it still be he was moved after death? There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him down first. Something's coming out of him. A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purged liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop. The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death. The fuck he's saying? Talking about shit. I kind of want to say this just because I think it would be funny, but I don't want to mess with stuff. Why does that mean we're lucky? Is there like something that could be done with his dookie? Maybe we got lucky. Oh, we got lucky. Did we? I don't feel lucky. He's beaten up. See the bruises? I do. Most of them are post-mortem, maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport. Hey, what the heck? Stop talking in riddles, coin slot. He means you fucked him up good, Kuno, the girl yells. Fucked him up brutal-like. Back off, catch my breath. So how do we get him down? He stops to think, then checks his notes. Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's down. Have another look first. The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, extremities blotched pink and blue. Yep. Preliminary examination is done. Let's get him down from there. Yay! I got a lot of experience. And a new skill point. The steel reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle to approach that belt. Maybe if we could get on this shack? He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. Thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material. We could saw the branch. Maybe we could saw the branch. Climb up there and saw the branch? Yeah, it seems dangerous. There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down off trees. Maybe we can ask for help from the harbor? I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspects in this case. It seems like a dangerous route to go down. I would really prefer if there was another way. Those people might have an agenda. Yeah, wait, let's reconsider. Can't someone else do it? Someone else, he pauses. You mean like the police? You have a point there. Sadly, yes, the whole RCM is out there right now, doing the exact same thing we are, and we're in a rush to help them. Not with this on our hands, he covers his nose. I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us, and we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down fast. Out of ideas, let's have another look. We need to talk about getting him down again. This is really unhelpful. Seems like a lot of hassle. Let's not do it. We're not getting him down already. Not getting him. Not getting him down is a task that's already accomplished. Sadly, it's not our job to keep him up there, but to get him down. I don't really want to pull his head off. How do you plan to get him down then? With social sensibility? Are you going to educate him down? Maybe we could shoot him down? Yeah, the enthusiasm is unrestrained. Bang, bang time, pigs. Shoot his head off. The lieutenant remains unaffected. How? Where the buckle ties the rope to a branch. That's a good spot to aim. Point towards the branch. Wait. Buckle ties the rope to a branch. Okay. Buckle holds the belt together. Where? He corrects his glasses. Oh yes, I see. If the shot hits there, might be a chance to release the belt. Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain the Kuno with some shit. They'll miss. The pigs will miss Kuno. Take the shot, Lieutenant. What's the worst thing that could happen? Let him choose. Silence. With his elbows sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel and separates the scouring stick and gives the cartridge 5 tucks. Securing it in place. That's a casual? A990 Armistice mass-produced muzzle loader. Ascetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world. He then steps. I'm excited. Steps back and assumes the fallow T's position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches, his finger on the trigger. Easy does it, partner. He's gonna fucking. Ooh. The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself, God damn it. A lot of things were wrong with that shot. The Falatis was the wrong choice, his shoulders were raised, but above all, he cannot trust his eyesight. Fucking idiot. Okay, Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicap, is it? Try again, maybe? No, we're lucky as is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised. He looks around at the windows overlooking the yard. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. It didn't do us any favors with that. It's okay, man. Kuno's sorry too. Kuno feels sorry for the binoclard. The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his hand. What now? I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance. I don't know if this is a good idea. Let me shoot the gun? It's bad as it is. Us shooting firearms like punks. He pauses, then shrugs and proceeds to load the pistolet. Go ahead, I'm not stopping you. Just don't lose it. The piece shines in his outstretched hands. They only have one gun. This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kun has ever seen. Take the gun. Yeah, take it, you fucking something or other. Taking it, shoot yourself in the mouth. Well, feel the weight first. The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your finger fits right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger. You've held this, a P9 armistice, before. At some point, you probably used it. It used to be your choice of firearm. Jeez, words, get out in the correct order, please. It still feels comfortable, like you never laid it down. What the fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth. Point the gun at the belt. The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm. I have to 50-50. Why don't you shoot yourself in the... At least you won't miss. Point the gun at the kids. This is a very bad idea. Shut up. Or what? You gonna fuck me? Her voice was almost a whisper now. You wanna fuck me, pig? Is that what this is about? I heard you're not supposed to close your eyes. No, I've never shooted a gun. Do I ever want to? Not really. Think so. Unless it's a zombie apocalypse, I don't think I'll have a reason. Yes! I'm so happy with that outcome. The buckle explodes into tiny pieces, coming loose with a whir. With your hands numb for the recoil, you look at the body slumped down. For a moment, the man appears to kneel in front of you, looking straight at you, helpless, trapped within itself. Who killed you? Communism. It takes a millisecond for the association to flash within your cortex. You have no idea where it's coming from, only that it is right. Then the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into the spring mud, letting out a horrid stench. You've been policed! RCM, baby. RCM. Ace is high. The lieutenant raises his right hand, waiting for you to slap it. Slap it! The ace is high is a custom invented by their aerostatic brigades during the revolution. It's used to celebrate success and ritual, especially in sports. The gesture had spread across the world despite the defeat of the revolutionaries themselves. You could add an ace's low to it if you'd like by turning your back after the high and waiting for another. Wait, what? No, I'm just gonna slap it. Lieutenant takes a little hop to perform the customary salutation. Your palm hurts from the slap. It's precise and down to the point. This is an insult and a compliment? I'm a bit confused. I knew these guys were blank. His voice is deeply approving. Yeah, we are. Got a problem with it? Kuno cracks with laughter. Sounds like someone strangling a seagull. It's clear he enjoys himself. I knew they suck each other off. That's so gross. What now? We will perform a field autopsy and determine the cause of death. But before, excuse me, he needs to turn away from the corpse. Slumped on the ground like that has not improved the way the corpse smells. The fall seems to have released something deep inside it. Ooh. It looks like I feel like taking a break from the stench. I'm sorry to interrupt the jubilations here. Just a little breather before we do an autopsy. Alright. I knew there was an autopsy coming, and I want to do it. He holsters it. I would suggest we interview Everett and Joyce, the leader of the union and the Wild Pines rep, but we've already done that. So it's up to you, detective. Take us where we need to be. Alright. Cool. Oh, okay, I have 4 skill points. And it's been almost 2 hours. So actually, I'm going to not do this right this second. Save game. We'll just save over this one. Super cool. Alright. Yep. Okay, I'll figure out the skill points between episodes so you don't have to watch, and then I'll just let you know what I did. Sound good? Sound good. Okay, thank you everybody for coming out and playing with me. I had a ton of fun. Obviously, this ran longer than it was supposed to, so I'm an irresponsible YouTuber that way. I could have just cut the video and made 2 instead of 1, but whatever, it's fine. I'll see you all next time. Bye!